Escarabajo. Temazo. La consulta del doctor Escarabajo, dígame.
La consulta del doctor Escarabajo.
La consulta del doctor Escarabajo.
La consulta del doctor Escarabajo.
La consulta
La
del
consulta del doctor Escarabajo.
La consulta del doctor Escarabajo.
Am I satisfied with my music career today? That's an excellent question. I would have to say yes, because, if I didn't appreciate and value each moment through this whole process of, getting serious about my music and getting serious about becoming an artist, eventually performing and collaborating with other artists, then there would be no María Sánchez, no Groovy MS. So I would have to say yes. It's been a bit of a slow process just because of the steps that I've taken to get here in terms of, I prioritized my education before I even considered getting really serious about my music. So now that I'm here releasing, another 45 and with 2 labels, I think I am definitely satisfied with where I'm at so far. Hey Love is such a beautiful song to me, and not only because of the symbolism that it carries and what it's about and how people can really connect to this because of the experience that it's talking about, but I think also just the sound of it. It's very mellow, very, very smooth, but it still has this upbeat rhythm that you can just really vibe to. And I think that was something different from my first 2 releases, in terms of the first 2 releases were a little bit more funk on the upside, a little bit more upbeat, whereas with Hey Love and my other release coming up, it was more soulful. It was more rich in passion for me. And that's what, I had wanted with these 2 next releases, to be more geared towards the sound that I personally enjoy, those oldies, R&B, neo soul. So that's how I would say that it's different from my previous songs. So the story of Hey Love, I feel, is very open to interpretation. But at its core, it's just really highlighting, the struggle of having to end a relationship with someone, whether it was, you were in an actual relationship, in a partnership, or even the process of getting to that point, right? But specifically just the fact that that person had these expectations that they wanted from you, whether it was time commitments, whether it was certain desires that they expected you to fulfill, and it didn't align with your values or your passion. And that's basically what the song is discussing. It's getting to that point and realizing that this is no longer meant to be. I'm gonna value the time that we had together, reminisce on those moments and the emotions and, love that I had for you. But now you're a distant memory, and I have to move forward with life. I have to do more than just dwell on that negative feeling of ending that relationship with them. My expectations with this new single is that people feel that they can connect with it, because it's such a shared and common experience, and it's not just for women who are experiencing this, but as well as, men who might be in that position where it's just no longer meant to be for them to stay with that person. So I hope that, folk realize that it's such a shared experience, they're not alone, but also feel empowered through it, because it talks about the process of I'm thinking about the memories we had, I'm thinking about how you made me feel, and now I'm gonna leave that behind and move forward. So yes, some components of this song was a little bit sad, but then some of it's like, all right, this is not gonna define me or my future. I have power over my life and what's next for me. How is a live concert of María Sánchez? Wow, I wish I could really dive into that. But unfortunately, I haven't started performing solo quite yet. But I can discuss about, what I aim to bring in those live concerts. I'm definitely heavy on the soulful sound. So, the horn section, the bass, but also I would have to say audience engagement. I hope that I'm able to connect with people who have already heard about me, but also with individuals who don't know who I am and the type of music that I do. So with these performances, I take it very personal because just the connection that music can have with individuals, with the experiences, just how it can allow people to move forward in life. It's almost like a creative outlet for individuals. So, and I hope to bring that in my live shows in the sense that they can forget about the worries, what they've been stressing about, and just enjoy the moment, enjoy the sound, and specifically enjoy it with me. I'm definitely heavy on that engagement with my audience. So that's what I hope to bring with my future live performances. I would have to say that the best moment in my musical career thus far has been the network within the soul community, within the music community in general. I've been able to meet such amazing artists and connect with them on a personal level to the point where, friendships have flourished from that. And I think being able to share that passion and love for the type of music that I do, soulful type sound, oldies, R&B, neo soul, funk, and all that, has been beautiful. And eventually, I'm going to be able to branch out to even release collaborations with these amazing artists that I've come to meet and to gain those friendships with. So I think that's the best moment, the network in the community. In terms of the current international music scene, unfortunately, I don't have too much knowledge, so I feel like I can't really give an opinion, just because I've been so focused on what's been happening, in the U.S. and specifically in Southern California, because there's such a huge representation of Latin artists across different genres. We have like Trish Cholito, we have the Sinceres, the Altons, some of my label mates, Adrian Carmine, the Paranoias, Rundown Creeps, and even Florencia Andrada, who's a label mate from Argentina, who also has a passion, for 60s, 70s soul and R&B. I guess what you could, pull from that is that, regardless of where we are representing from, you're going to find that commonality of the passion and love for soul music. And this specific genre isn't just thriving or being influenced from, one area of the world. I feel like it's coming together from all aspects of the world and, different artists and the different genres that ultimately just bring together that soulful sound. Do I think the world will be the same again after this pandemic? I would have to say no. This pandemic really hit a lot of us hard, and it made us adapt into different customs and different ways of living, and our whole perspective on certain things, completely shifted. And I think, if anything, we might appreciate life more, because with this pandemic, we were so limited on interaction with other individuals. Our day-to-day lives no longer consist of pure enjoyment. I feel like we're constantly thinking about what's next. Is a new variant going to come up, and now we have to do this and that. So it's going to be difficult. I think will it get better? Yes, to some extent, but it also means that folk have to be willing to adjust to change, and not everyone is open to that, which is understandable. We want to live a life that we're accustomed to and that we know, but I feel like I don't know, I don't think we can go back to the way we were. We have to learn how to navigate day by day, and in this case, I guess year by year from here on out. What are my future plans? Wow. Well, I feel like I have so much that I want to do. Short-term wise, I definitely want to start getting out there and performing. You know, I delayed the process of performing because I wanted to finish up my master's first, which will be happening, you know, this May, thankfully. And I feel like that will provide me with the opportunity to start actually booking events. You know, I've had folk reach out to me, and I didn't want to commit to these events without feeling like I was 100% prepared and I could fully bring my passion and my desire in my music to a live performance. So that's definitely the short-term goal as of now. Definitely new songs, even an LP. Yes, I definitely want to go ahead and release a full-length album, and specifically on vinyl. You know, I've had the pleasure of releasing my debut 45, and now I'm going to have another 45 coming out. So the next step would definitely be to extend to an LP. So hopefully that will happen within the next year or two. Thank you to the amazing followers of Estéticas Grabaciones for taking the time to learn more about me. My name is María Sánchez, also known as Groovy MS, from Riverside, California, and I'm so excited to continue putting out music that folk can really enjoy and connect with. You can listen to my music on all digital platforms. You can also follow me on social media. My Instagram is groovy_ms. My Facebook is Music for the Heart and Soul. And you can also find me on YouTube and so forth. I also have a website where you can stay connected with my new releases, what I'm doing with My Grito and Soul Tune Records, as well as any upcoming shows that I may have. You also will have the opportunity to purchase some merch as well as my upcoming 45 on vinyl records. Again, thank you so much for your time, and I hope everyone's staying safe and healthy. Much love.